The honeymoon is over, the curtains have closed, and if the latest reports are to be believed, the age of Meghan has officially entered its era of global indifference. On a recent segment of the Megyn Kelly Show, the firebrand commentator didn't just critique Meghan Markle's latest Netflix endeavor. With Love, Meghan, she performed a verbal autopsy on a brand that many believe is currently in a terminal tailspin. As news broke that the Duchess's lifestyle series has reportedly been axed after failing to crack the top 1,000 shows on Netflix, Megyn Kelly's analysis was as sharp as it was merciless. From the racism cards to the dismal ratings, the critique was clear. The world hasn't just stopped listening, they've started laughing. The transition from fascinating to forgettable. Megyn Kelly's first, and perhaps most piercing, argument is that the public has undergone a psychological shift regarding the Sussexes. In 2018, the world was enamored with the fairy tale. Today, that sentiment has curdled into a mix of fatigue and outright mockery. They loved her in 2018 when she married Prince Harry, Kelly told Sky News host Paul Murray. Then shortly thereafter, they hated her because she started calling everyone racist, including the Queen. This observation hits at the core of Meghan's controversial standing. The perceived weaponization of her identity against the very institution that provides her global platform. The data supports this narrative of decline. With Love, Meghan didn't just underperform, it cratered. According to Netflix's engagement reports, the show's festive special ranked a staggering 1,022nd among the platform's offerings. For a woman who commands the resources of a multi-billion-dollar streamer and the title of a Duchess, these aren't just mixed reviews. They are a definitive rejection by the viewing public. As Kelly noted, it wasn't even fun to hate her anymore. The public has graduated to the ultimate celebrity death knell, indifference. The Midas touch in reverse. One of the most controversial aspects of Meghan's post-royal career is her inability to sustain a successful solo project. From the cancellation of her Archetypes podcast at Spotify, where an executive famously called the couple grifters, to the reported end of her Netflix lifestyle series, the Sussex brand is increasingly seen as a house of cards. Kelly didn't mince words, stating bluntly, "Whatever those two touch turns to shit." This critique validates the title's premise of a complete mockery. Meghan's attempt to pivot into a Martha Stewart-style lifestyle guru, selling jams and offering bite-sized posting tips, has been met with skepticism. Critics argue that her brand lacks the one thing required for lifestyle success: authenticity. While Meghan presents a polished, high-budget version of herself, the audience sees a controversial figure who spent years trashing her in-laws for profit. This disconnect is why her second season struggled to even reach 2 million views, a pittance for a platform that measures success in the tens of millions. The myth of the persecuted producer. The controversy surrounding Meghan Markle is often fueled by her own PR strategy. Even as the ratings for With Love, Meghan bottomed out, sources close to the Duchess shifted the narrative to focus on her new lifestyle brand. As ever, this constant pivoting is seen by critics like Kelly as a desperate attempt to stay relevant. Kelly highlighted the fake nature of the second season, suggesting that the standing ovation Meghan expects for her work is actually a silent room. By portraying Meghan as the architect of her own downfall, Kelly underscores a hard truth: you cannot build a lifestyle brand based on the resentment of others. The public's refusal to watch her cook or craft in a multi-million-pound rented mansion is a direct response to the controversial behavior she exhibited in her tell-all interviews. The Megyn Kelly mockeries aren't just mean-spirited jokes. They are reflections of a broad cultural realization that the Duchess's influence was perhaps always a mirage created by a royal title she claims to despise. A humiliating reality check. The cancellation of With Love, Meghan marks a turning point in the celebrity landscape of 2026. It proves that a title and a Netflix deal are no longer enough to mask a lack of content. Meghan is reportedly enraged by the mockery, but the facts remain. The ratings: Season 2 ranked 1,224th on Netflix's global list. The audience: Viewership dropped from 5.3 million in the first half of 2025 to a mere 2 million by year's end. The consensus: industry experts now view the Sussexes as a downgrade for streamers. When Megyn Kelly says the world has truly moved on, she is speaking to the exhaustion felt by audiences who are tired of the constant victimhood narrative. Meghan Markle remains a controversial figure not because she is a threat to the monarchy, but because she continues to try and sell a version of herself that the public is no longer buying. The "With Love, Meghan" era is officially over. The question remains, how many more lifestyle brands can she launch before the indifference becomes permanent?